Why I choose Slovakia is just because of the engineering industrial hub. Next to Germany, I can just say Slovakia. So after that, the Czech Republic comes. Europe Study Center gave me a good informations. So your informations and the process responsibilities were all smooth and it was like trustable. I did my technical institute of Košice, and if you see over there, like I did not have any drawback from the university at all. I had a good support from the university. So like there was no drawback from the university at all. Like they had a tie-up with the industrial, so I got opportunities to visit some industrial visits, because that is the main I need to have it, because in future I need to work in the industry. So if I get the opportunity only from the university, I'll be able to work in the Slovakia, or
Yes.
whichever, not only Slovakia, whichever the country it is, the university must be in that. So if I wanted to talk about my professors, like every professor has like holding their own like PhD degrees. They're all doctorate, and like we also have like for few subjects like PhD students who are coming and teaching for us. So even they are also experienced. Even they are like having experience of teaching like around 10 to 12 years. And if you see for the teachers who are like holding a doctorate degree, they are like having a experience of 30 to 35 years. So in my free time, I did not go for my part-time at all. I wanted to mention this to your channel, so I did not go for my part-time at all. The time of free time, I was like seeing the YouTube videos, then courses for how to gain skills. Because anyway, like I'm going to study and get the degree. But degree is just like a degree. Whatever it is, knowledge and skills will only make you the career growth. So just in these 3 days, I am like proud to say that I have built like lots of like my growth to my career, where my experience, since I just gained my skills. So only till at this age, like I'm just 24, I'm proud to say that I have been working for the Mercedes-Benz project. I have been worked for like smart car, getting my first job in a good company. Stellantis is not only a small company; it's a France company. Netherlands also they have a plant. Headquarters in Netherlands. Yeah.
They are
so
big.
they are building lots of cars. So I was like thinking, is it really a mail which I got it because of my first job? So I was like just thinking, only my skills, what I spoke for the university, for the interview, it was like worth. So now I'm currently working as a process planner for a German company in automotive.
Okay.
So like supercars, like I just work for the Mercedes-Benz, like for the S-Class and for the Daimler Mercedes-Benz truck. So for the HVAC unit, the AC unit, how it is production, what is like what all the parts and everything, all the production and the process, it's my duty, sir. And when I worked in Stellantis, so it was like working with smart car for Citroen and Opel cars.
Hello, everybody. Welcome all of you. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. Today, we are going to interview our student Mohammad Adeeb, who went to Slovakia for his bachelor's and currently working in Slovakia. Mohammad Adeeb, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. So first of all, thank you for this opportunity what you have given. So I just wanted to like give a motivation for the upcoming students and whatever, like to the parents as well. So my introduction will be like I'm a professional process engineer. So I'm like from a mechanical background. Did my bachelor's in Technical Institute of Košice, Slovakia. So I have been working for like projects for around like 4 projects for smart cars as well as for the Mercedes-Benz. For Daimler and S-Class, I have been working for. So this will be my basic introduction. Yeah.
That's not a basic introduction. That's an amazing introduction for a guy of your age. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Before we get into these details, Adeeb,
Yes.
tell us what made you to do your bachelor's itself in a European country? Because here in India, you know, right, the mindset, bachelor's, India,
Yes.
post-graduation, abroad. Okay. But
Yes.
how did you break that? And what made you to go abroad at UG level itself?
Yes. Just because of the comparison of studies, sir. So hope I may know, like everyone may know how the engineer sectors is in India for studies. So we have been using the same syllabus from past 14 to 15 years. And if you see in the European cultures and European universities, the studies are getting difference at least 2 years once. So I just thought this like, okay, if I go to Europe for studies for bachelor's, it will be very easy for my career to build. So this was my first mindset. Then after all, I saw that when I wanted to choose EU countries, so in that EU where I wanted to be. So that was my first question, where I wanted to study for my EU, like for my bachelor's. So at that spot, I was like thinking like I'll be like going for a. I'm sure that I'll be a mechanical engineer. So I wanted to know where I wanted to study. So then I just came to you like from the Europe Study Center and asked for the guidance. So you were like helping me, like telling me like Germany is there, like we have Lithuania, Slovakia. So
All
I got
these
this. Yes.
Yeah, all these countries basically. Yeah, we are going to come to that. So, along with your idea of doing bachelor's itself abroad, but the answer which you said for a student to think at the age of 17, I guess
Yes.
you're already ahead of time. Okay,
Yeah.
even at
Yeah.
even after engineering, many people do not realize why one more degree, one more practical education based degree is required. They are still doubtful. But you to have a clarity, brother, at the age of 17
Yes.
out of the box, and this
Yes.
is
Out of
the you said something, right? Latest syllabus and practical syllabus. This is what I decided in the year of
yeah.
2012. Why shouldn't
Mhm.
I promote bachelors? Why am I
Yes.
only promoting masters?
Yes. And
And
moreover,
when
and one degree is important for having a career, sir. One more best important where you are over there. So now I have a European degree, which is from the bachelor's itself, and is like one of my best advantage.
super, we are going to discuss in detail all those things. So, Adeeb, your
Definitely.
parents were also supporting this.
Yes, my parents were also supporting, but the thing is like they were also thinking me whether they want to send or how it is. So like not only my parents, like many of the parents, they will be like thinking, should I send my son or daughter to abroad for studies and all? If you consider my opinion, I'll be like telling yes. So if you say yes, my reason will be like for their career, for their life, parents must be supported always. So from that side, my parents did support me.
Your
So
parents supported you. Wonderful.
I'm proud of
That's what,
saying this.
Adeeb.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, your effort, your parents' support and blessings can only
Yes.
lead you to success.
Success. Definitely.
Nothing,
Yes.
nothing else. So,
Yes.
which all countries were you looking at for your bachelor's?
So first I was looking for the Western countries like Germany. Since I was like thinking like Germany will be the best for engineering. Then
Okay.
I was like thinking for like you gave me options like for Lithuania and Slovakia. Then I choose Slovakia. Why I choose Slovakia is just because of the engineering industrial hub. Next to Germany, I can just say Slovakia. So after that, the Czech Republic comes.
Adeeb, just to add,
Yes.
why we don't promote Germany at UG level? Because they need 13 years of Indian school education.
Indian school education. Yes,
And
Indian
I
school
don't
education.
want my students to get into any sort of mess after
Yes.
reaching there. It should be smooth takeoff and a smooth landing. I don't want any turbulence. It should be
Yes.
in English. They finish
Yeah.
their 12th here and continue
Yes.
their engineering studies there, finish
Yes.
and move on with their life. That is how it should be. And that's why I avoid bachelors
Sending.
in Germany. But
Bachelor
of course,
company.
as you know, I send
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of students for masters in Germany.
Yeah.
Now, my next question is, Adeeb,
Yeah.
uh, did you go to any other consultants or agents, or you only approached us for your processing?
No, I just spoke with other agents as well, agencies as well. So I thought like personally, like Europe Study Center gave me a good informations. So your informations and the process responsibilities were all smooth and it was like trustable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
And also, Adeeb,
Yeah.
the other consultants and agents will not promote the countries that I promote.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah,
whatever
definitely.
I promote, they will not promote. That's
Yes,
how it is.
definitely. Yes, sir. And other consultants they promote only for like Canada, US, and all. Studying
That
there
is
for 70, 80 lakhs, it doesn't mean, sir. So here it is like Europe is affordable country and Eastern countries it's affordable compared to them. So at the
exactly.
end, both are like one degree,
Yes.
bachelor's.
That's it. See, I know, for example, Adeeb, we promote bachelors in Belgium,
Mm-hmm.
currently, I mean, Belgium,
Yeah, okay.
Slovakia,
Mm-hmm.
Hungary,
Uh-huh.
Latvia, Lithuania, and few other countries also. But for us, it has to satisfy these parameters. It
Yeah,
should be in Schengen. It should be the
Schengen.
number one, number two public university in that country. Medium
Mm-hmm.
of instruction should be English, and the fees should be lesser than studying in a Chennai or a Coimbatore deemed university. That's all. You know,
Yes, sir.
as, as simple as that.
Yeah. So when you told about the fees, I wanted to tell to upcoming students or the parents who are seeing these videos, if you see the private colleges in Chennai or some other in Tamil Nadu for engineering, mechanical engineering, all the best colleges, if you take 2 lakhs, 2.5, 3 lakhs, the same tuition fees comes over here as well. If you see in Slovakia or Czech Republic or the Eastern countries, so
Yes,
I'm just mentioning as a comment. So like
exactly.
Eastern countries, same it used to be there.
Very good point. Because see, Adeeb, I cannot pick up an offer letter, give it to a student. Okay,
Yeah.
pay 1 crore fees,
Mhm.
1.5 crores tuition fees and living expenses. I cannot do it. When are you
Yeah.
going to recover those money? The agents and consultants will promote all these things because they get more commissions. We cannot do these things. And
Yes.
we should be smart, right, Adeeb? You know,
Yeah,
we
definitely,
should
sir.
spend less, we should learn
Yes.
more. That should be the
Both.
mantra.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
But what nowadays people are doing, and by the way, currently tuition fees for a computer science course, 4-year course, 1 year tuition fees is close to 7 lakhs, Adeeb, in Chennai, deemed universities, 7
Deemed
lakhs.
university. Yeah.
And people standing in queue because what people think is more tuition fees, more quality, more salary.
Yeah.
This is what people think basically. So
Yes. Yes.
you told us like you choose Slovakia. So what was the bachelor program you choose to study? What's the title? Mechanical engineering.
Yeah,
Bachelor's.
mechanical. Yes, mechanical. I did my technical university of Košice, and if you see over there, like I did not have any drawback from the university at all. I had a good support from the university, so like there was no drawback from the university at all. Like they
Wonderful.
had a tie-up with the industrial, so I got opportunities to visit some industrial visits because that is the main. I need to have it because in future I need to work in the industry. So if I get the opportunity only from the university, I'll be able to work in the Slovakia or
Yes.
whichever, not only Slovakia, whichever the country it is. The university must be in the tie-up.
Yes, Adeep. That is why I told you before,
Yeah.
it has to be only the number 1, number 2 public university in that country.
Country, yes, definitely.
Same
Yeah.
applies to our country. When a
Country,
child studies in NIT or IIT mechanical, it's highly valued.
highly
No
valued.
second thoughts about it, right?
Yes.
You know, this is what we tell people also. You get a seat in NIT, IIT in India, you study in India. If not, only come to Europe Study Center. This is what we say. So the moment you got the visa, you were about to fly. What was your feeling at that moment? I know it's many years before, but just
Yes.
kindly recollect for us.
Yeah, it's been like 6 years. So like I just felt like proud of myself that I'm going to study abroad. The first reason. Then next is like I was like thinking like how am I supposed to go and deal there? What is like how is my living experience going to be there? Because I didn't have any knowledge how it's going to be. Because it was my first country visit for Europe and no one was there to support me or something like that. So I just got a number from you, like my guidance who is over here from the Europe Study Center, and over coming back here, I was like having some like language barrier in the starting and all. Then slowly, I just picked up and just started my career growth. How to see?
Yeah. But your medium of instruction is only English, right? Because when you
Yes.
say language barrier, people will get confused. Because
No,
Europe
no.
Study Center promotes only medium of instruction, which is
Yes.
English.
English.
So,
Yes.
yeah. How was the learning pattern at the university? And how did the first year go for your studies? Enlighten us.
Okay, definitely. If I wanted to say how did my studies go, if I compare to India, it is totally different, sir. So if you see in India, I'll just compare and say like India and the other countries. When it comes to India, like you have to morning 6 to evening 6 will be the engineering student's life. And if you see over here, we just have like weekly 3 days or 4 days of classes. So it's like weekly and hardly like we started like we had a university timings like around 5 or 6 hours per day maximum. So it was like good and we had a practical knowledge as well. So it's not only like theory. There back in India, we used to have only theory exams, less practical. So it's like a totally opposite way. So when I see about studies, I'll be like choosing only abroad, sir, for studies. Only for if it is engineering. If it is doctor, I'll be definitely be in India.
The same mantra I'm following for the past 16 years. But what we
Very
do is, Adi brother, we study
yes.
medicine without patience and we study engineering without understanding. Operation success, patient no more. And we complain about economy, we complain about the country, this, that, X, Y, Z, and the blame game never ends. So,
Yeah.
tell us about Technical University of Košice. what sort of infrastructure, laboratory facilities, and the industrial connection, all these parameters, because I feel any university functioning without industrial connection, it's of absolute no use. So kindly talk about those parameters.
So if I wanted to start about for my university, Technical of Košice, as per the university, like the university is always great, and the professors' support will always be there. And if I wanted to have more approach about regarding the work or something, like for the opportunities, I can approach to the vice dean or the dean by email, or I can just tell them like I wanted to have a work or something like an internship which I wanted to do. I'm interested in this. And you can gain more skills. One thing I can tell is like skills is more important than your degree.
100%. Without skills, getting a
Yes.
99% in mechanical engineering and sitting and complaining about mechanical engineering, it's of zero logic. Correct,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah. So, as you said slightly about the professors, also tell us how friendly and how knowledgeable, and many professors, they are only part-time at the university and full-time at the industries, right? Many professors in Europe. So kindly talk about your professors, what sort of key role they played, because you may have big universities, big classrooms, huge libraries, huge laboratories, everything, but without qualified, experienced professors, all these doesn't make any sense. So I always feel you can only give high quality education to the children for the younger generation only with experienced, high quality, dedicated professors with practical knowledge. So kindly talk about it.
So if I wanted to talk about my professors, like every professor has like holding their own like PhD degrees. They're all doctorate, and like we also have like for few subjects like PhD students who are coming and teaching for us. So even they are also experienced. Even they are like having experience of teaching like around 10 to 12 years. And if you see for the teachers who are like holding a doctorate degree, they are like having a experience of 30 to 35 years. And moreover, like we'll be like talking to about them, and they'll be interacting very friendly to us. So that is the only manner we wanted, like a friendly and how they teach us. And if we have any questions to them, they'll be like happily coming and informing us, okay, you understood only till here. So and they'll be like, okay, you want to like, they will give us hint key points what all to catch. And if even if the student doesn't understand at that time, they will generally go take the student to the lab, make them feel the practical knowledge so that the student can easily understand.
Amazing, isn't it? So
Yes.
before 2-3 questions, you were telling what happens in India and what happens in Europe, meaning your
Yes.
experience. So
Yes.
since you have not studied any degree in India, so basically you talk to
Yes.
your schoolmates and try to compare
College mates.
what's happening. Yeah, that's what.
Yes.
Studied
Yeah.
along
Yes.
with you
School.
in the
Yes.
school, I mean.
School. Yes. Yes. Schools.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you kind of compare how they studied and how you studied, like how it is.
Yes. Yeah, I used to compare, sir, like because I wanted to know how the situation, how they study in India and how I study in Slovakia. Because if I have this, I will be gaining more knowledge how the studies works in abroad as well as in my country.
Because people watching this interview, somebody will comment, ah, this student did not study in India. Why is he commenting about India? That is why I asked you this
Okay. Yes.
this particular question, brother.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
in India, since I studied in India, I can talk about it. So
Yes.
we just memorize, mug up for the examination a day before, go or write for the examination. By the moment the examination is over, we also forget what all we studied and learned. So how is the learning pattern here and how is the examination pattern in your bachelor studies?
Okay. Examination patterns. So if I see like it is our wish when to write the exam, sir. So we don't get
Okay.
a fixed timetable at all. So we will get around like 8 to 10 dates, and we can choose like which date we wanted to write. So if we are not like prepared well for the first 3 dates or 4 dates, no problem. We can like approach for the next date. No one will tell us like why you did not choose the first date or the second date. So we have a multiple options, like having like which where you wanted to write the exams. So with which date you wanted to write. So till that you can have a preparation time and you can prepare for your exams, sir. And one thing I can mention is that no need to take lots of stress
Okay.
while studying.
Why? Because Adeeb says no need to take any stress because there is nothing to memorize. There is nothing
Yes.
to study or write which you have not understood. A concept which you have understood very clearly and you are very confident of, why you should fear for the examination. For example, a guy, as you know, Adeeb, in India, you have to extend the license every 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So when the person is extending the license for the second term, if suddenly he or she is asked to drive, they don't have to sit and prepare overnight, right? Because 10 years they have been driving. So they don't need any coaching or training overnight. The same applies to the education in Europe. That's what Adeeb is trying to say. So you have never done any last minute learning or something like that, right? Nothing.
No, sir, nothing like that. Last minute learning and all.
So what sort of assessment they would have, Adeeb? Like, written or oral or practical assignments, lab, or a combination of everything?
So we have all the combinations, sir. Like we have like presentations. First assignments will be like presentations. So do the understand what you understood, do in the presentation. Okay. Next is the practical assignments. What it will be like, go to the lab. Okay. If I need to measure or something like that, just take a video of it or something like that, attach in the presentation. And also we have the theory assignments where we need to return, because of course we need to have like a record and all. So it's all like a combinations.
Record, in a sense, you record the video of your experiment and all those things. So you don't write record notes or observations, right?
No record writing like India and all. No, sir.
Wonderful. Yes. So we would have told you, right, at Europe Study Center, not only to Adeeb, all the students, you are going there to study. Okay. Yes. So your prime focus is to study, take care of your health. This is what it is, and avoid all these part-time jobs, etc., so that you aim for what? Bigger glory, not short-term. Yes. Exactly. Bigger goals, bigger benefits. So unlike other students, how did Adeeb, ignore all these kind of things, part-time distractions, and how you kept yourself really focused to the task? That's why, that majorly attributes to your current success. So kindly talk about that particular point, distractions and unwanted activities.
Yeah. So in my free time, I did not go for my part-time at all. I wanted to mention this to your channel. So I did not go for my part-time at all. When at the time of free time, I was like seeing like YouTube videos, then courses for how to gain skills. Because anyway, like I'm going to study and get the degree. But degree is just like a degree. Whatever it is, knowledge and skills will only make you the career growth. So just in these 3 days, I am like proud to say that I have built like lots of like my growth to my career, where my experience, since I just gained my skills. So only till at this age, like I'm just 24, I'm proud to say that I have been working for the Mercedes-Benz project. I have been worked for like smart car. So like different projects, I have multiple projects I have worked only just because of my free time, which I utilized to gain my skills and knowledge.
Amazing. Excellent. Young audience watching this interview, even though Adeeb, of course, we record this on a Saturday, maybe it's a holiday for him, but still Adeeb has taken time out to only enlighten the audience. As I always say, Adeeb, to all the students and professionals that I interview, this is nothing to glorify about Europe Study Center. We are a 16-year-old company sending thousands of students. Youngsters and parents nowadays not having clarity on certain aspects. So when we have these clarities, imagine you seeing this video before you taking the flight, right? It would have been even more beneficial for you. And imagine some student watching this interview and then starting these processes. That's going to help him in a very big way. So in a line, so no distractions, no part-time job, no nonsenses, studies, skill development, these two things.
Yes, that's it.
Wonderful. So what was your final year project?
So final year project I was doing about my thesis for the gears. So I was working for gears, how it is like made, and like I was like doing with a company over here, like having a tie-up with this company. I'm just checking with them how the gears are produced, what types of gears it is. So generally, like final year project, it's like only I had like a thesis which I need to appear in the state exams. So here it's the only like the final exam will be like a state exams, where for like I'll be having 2 subjects in the state exams. It's like for basically for like masters or bachelors, they need to have the state exams before getting the degree.
So after you finished your bachelor thesis, you would have got your degree and you would have started applying for jobs. So when did you start applying for your job? and when did you get it? Your first job?
Okay, the first job, it took me little long, but not as much like long. I just got it like 3 months. It was like long just because of my visa purpose to transfer my student visa to employment visa. So that was the only time. But I just got my job within like 3 months, and also like I had a support from the university because I wanted to mention that because few peoples will think a few peoples who are watching this they will think like university will never support or something like that. If we are having a good like put for the university and everything, we'll be like having a good career where the university can support us.
Exactly, brother. And Europe Study Center will not promote any university which will not support my kids.
Yes,
No
definitely.
chance.
Yes.
So, what was your first job? Which company? What was your designation?
So I was like I was working as a production worker in Stellantis. So I was like doing my like in the productions, manufacturing the cars, how the cars are made. I was working over there.
Super. So,
Yes.
at that moment, when you got the email or a phone call, whatever, you are employed with us, you can start working with us. How did you feel and how did your parents feel? Because that's a moment of success, right?
Yes,
Studying
definitely.
all these years, for example, schooling, bachelor's, and finally, you get placed in a core company related to your studies, that too in a European country. How was
Yes.
that moment? How did you feel and how did your parents feel?
First of all, when I saw the email, I was also like shocked. Getting my first job in a good company. Stellantis is not only a small company; it's a France company. And Netherlands also they have a plant
Of course,
headquarters
yeah,
in Netherlands. Yeah,
they are
so they
big.
are
They're big.
producing lots of cars. So I was like thinking, is it really a mail which I got it because of my first job? So I was like just thinking, only my skills, what I spoke for the university, when for the interview, it was like worth. So I
100%.
felt proud of myself.
You have to be. You're just
Yeah,
24, brother. You're just 24. I
yeah.
I don't want to say certain things. Okay, so you are right from the 17. What decision? For what reason? I mean, you went for bachelor's abroad. I was really surprised when you said that particular aspect. So currently, you are in the same job or you are in a different company right now? Your current job.
I have changed my company, sir, and I'm like doing my different position as well.
Which
So
company
like,
you're working right now, and what is your current position currently?
so now I'm currently working as a process planner for a German company in automotive
Okay.
field.
Very good, very good, very good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, the other students, hesitating to go at UG level, or some students who are already studying here at UG level and planning for masters, as
Mhm.
a successful student working in your core line and progressing, higher and higher, what you would like to tell the students who are under confusion, to come to Europe or Slovakia, or for that matter, any country, what you would like to tell them?
I'll be like telling them like first be in one mindset what you are going to do. So if they see to it that they want to be a engineer and work as in a core engineer, so like they can definitely like approach to you and you can guide them for the universities. After coming back here, they need to have a good rapport with the university so that if they face any difficulties, they can university can help them back. So when they have a good rapport, definitely his or her career will be good for them.
And also, some students, they ask me this question. Sorry, yesterday also I got this question, sir. I am an average student. Can I cope up my studies in Europe? This is what they ask me. Your reply for that.
So,
But he is
to be
interested to study. But he is interested to study. That also he was mentioning. Your answer, please.
to be honest, to be frank, I'm not a topper or something like that. I'm also average student. So where I just get a pass mark or just more than a pass mark in my school days. Okay. So mark I don't consider, sir. To be from my point of my side, I just see my knowledge, how I gained knowledge. Only the knowledge will help me, sir.
So here, you have audience, directly listening from a student and currently working for German automobiles, telling that whichever marks or grades, if you are committed and interested, you can
Yes.
reach greater heights. No big deal about it, basically. And also, Adeeb, before we get back to your professional life, Adeeb, what you would like to tell to the parents who kind of hesitate to send their children abroad at bachelor level itself? What you would like to tell them?
To the parents, I can just mention them like if you send your child abroad in the starting itself, he'll be like he or she, whoever it is, like they'll be like having a good career for them. And moreover, like if any students, or because I have seen like some of my friends getting homesick and all, because one, the parents will be thinking of this, if my son or daughter gets homesick and all, once if they come here, when they have a good friends of supporting and all, no one will get a homesick, sir. So easily, so parents can just trust their children and send them back here, send them to the countries for studies and motivate them.
Wonderful. Because nothing like, an youngster packing his bags at the age of 17, 18 and studying in a top public university in Europe. I feel it's like an opportunity never to be missed. And that too, when you're going to study at a 50% cost of studying in a Chennai deemed university, I'm still searching for a reason why a student should not go. that's how it is. So, after your bachelor's, you are currently working. I mean, so how did you build your career in Slovakia?
I built my career by like the first, I will tell like knowledge, sir, because I had my own portfolio, what I'm having it. So I just mentioned what is my knowledge of it, what I have. Then I started explaining to few peoples who are there, and I started connecting peoples. Then when I started connecting peoples, I came to know how the surroundings industries are. So I approached through internet to the industries to get opportunities to work with them, and they were like impressed to see what is my career. And wherever I go, my questions will be like, what skills you have? Only the skills. To be frank, till now, only my skills brought me here.
I say to all the Europe Study Center students who walks into our office, me as well as my team member, don't believe in lack of jobs, believe in lack of skills. So do you accept that or not?
Yeah, definitely, sir. I accept.
Yes. And Europe Study Center mantra is empowering youngsters with high level of skills at top public universities at a cost lesser than studying in India. And
Yes,
as you know, Adeeb, we don't promote all these UK, Ireland, diploma courses, blah, 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 nothing. Top public universities, affordable fee structure, friendly universities where kids,
success, yeah.
interested kids, okay, can,
Yeah.
sit and develop their skills. And also one other aspect which you will, I believe you will strongly accept, students should interact and get inputs from motivated and successful students and professionals.
Definitely.
Okay. And you
Yes,
reach out to
yes.
somebody who is not going to college or who is not studying. Of course, he's going to say all negative things about Europe, etc., right? They don't go to college, they don't go to university, but they will have a list of complaints. And parents also believe these things. And you would have listened to plenty of such stories, right? So we don't have to get into those details. So I would like you to say some comments about this particular aspect.
Okay. So when I want to have a motivation, I went to my seniors who already studied here in the universities, and like I was just focusing with my professors. How am I supposed to improve my career over here? So they used to give me the guidance. Only with their support, the guidance they gave me, and the skills how they told me to bring. So skills in the sense like they used to tell me, sir, like just if you are a mechanical engineer, first focus on like designing or design softwares, or like, I'll be like telling them like, first, for the engineers, have the Microsoft Office, you learn nicely. Then next go for the knowledge of design softwares and all. For the mechanical engineers who wanted to work in like design fields, or like or the engineering sectors like industrial or process engineer, whoever it is, wherever the skills is only will work out, sir. So my skills, how I gained is like with the professors, with their guidance from the technical university of Košice.
So it's always good to, interact with successful students, experienced professors who have been successful, interact with them, then get the same knowledge and vibration, and you can also follow the same way.
Yes.
And unfortunately, when students from back home in India contact some random students who are not going to any college or any university, they are never going to get any, just because they are in Europe, they are never going to get any clarity in that particular regards. Now,
Yeah.
Adeeb, I would like to ask you about your current job. You said like supercars, and the Mercedes-Benz. These are all most, very interesting topics. First, you can explain about what aspect of supercars you are working on, if you can share.
So like supercars, like I just work for the Mercedes Benz, like for the S class and for the Daimler Mercedes Benz truck. So for the HVAC unit, the AC unit, how it is production, what is like what all the parts and everything, all the production and the process, it's my duty, sir. And when I worked in Stellantis, so it was like working with smart car for Citroen and Opel cars. So I
Okay.
was like a process engineer for them, for the company.
Okay. Excellent. So working for a German automobile company, Daimler, and working on their, critical component, air conditions and all those things. At the age of 24, even though I'm in this industry for the past 16 years, it motivates us also, and also
Yeah.
motivates the people who are watching this interview. That's the whole idea, right? Young minds to get clarity. And what are we talking, Adeeb, in this video? Study, develop your
Sorry.
skills, don't spend much, be smart, interact with others, yeah, respect your professors, and add value to the freedom that your parents have given, and finish the course on time. That's the agenda of all my interviews and nothing else. And Adeeb would have never said in this interview, it's easy to study, you will easily get job. That's what people expect. You can easily earn a lot of money during part-time. Don't expect all these rosy pictures. Be smart, be focused, you're going to be successful. One more thing which I wanted to ask you, Adeeb. In India, it's a big topic right now. Work-life balance. How is it for you?
Okay, I'll just tell how it is over here, then I'll go back to India, how it is. Here it is like just working as 8 hours, sir. Just 8 hours. So like 7.5 hours plus 30 minutes is for break. So you will be working only for 7 hours, 30 minutes. And in that work life, if you see no stress, sometimes the stress will be there, the work stress. And like sometimes like it will be like a pleasant work. So sometimes you will feel like home, like work is like a second home for us. So if we have the relief of that, then it's nothing. We can easily have a good career here as well as a good life. If I see
Wonderful.
in India, yes, if I compare to India, like if we are working for 8 hours, you will be a poor performance over there. We need to work at least 10 to 12 hours, and it will be like 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. We'll be having a job like this in India. So here the day starts like around 7:30 in the morning. All the companies 7:30, and we can finish our work still 2 or 3. It depends. So we don't need to like have a fixed timing or something like that. Our just task needs to be completed. That's it.
Super. So it's only Monday to Friday.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, and Saturday Sunday is weekend and week off. And like it's very difficult to get if you are in a professional companies, it will be a very difficult way to overtime in Saturdays or Sundays, because like Saturday Sundays is only meant for relaxation. They don't want to work.
Because nowadays, why I ask this question, even though you're very young to answer this particular question, but work-life balance is important.
Yes, working. Yes, definitely.
Priority is not given to work-life balance. That's why I asked this particular question to you. Adeeb, students watching this particular interview, whether they're going for bachelor's or whether they're coming for master's, in what sort of mindset, mentally, how they should be prepared to study in Europe and also be successful similar to you, how they should be mentally prepared?
Mentally prepared, like, sir, first when they come back to here, let them start gaining knowledge how much ever it is possible. Like, because every student will be confused what he needs to do after his degree, which sector he needs to go for job. Because like few will be like after studying engineering, they wanted to be in IT sector. Few will be like I wanted to be in core sector, because I have seen many peoples. So at this stage, so for what purpose we have came here? First we wanted to study as an engineer, because I am telling at my point, I wanted to come here and study for a mechanical engineering. So after that I saw what all the companies I had to approach here. So I started having a notes, so which all companies are in Slovakia, how can I approach them? Because only approaching, how to approach is by connecting lots of people. Try to connect lots of people through LinkedIn, or like maybe LinkedIn will be the best social network for connecting the peoples. Try to message them and gain how to like know your opportunity. So after knowing what to do while studying itself, try to gain skills for the job role, what I need to have it. So if I wanted to know what I must do for this, because if I wanted to work as a design engineer, I need to learn like 3 or 4 softwares so that it will be easy for the interview. When I go for an interview, I can tell I have been skilled in these softwares. If I wanted to be in process engineer, or if I wanted to be industrial, so for the process engineer, the softwares, what it is needed, he can be like gaining instead of going for a part-time job. Instead of part-time job, he can just sit and start he can like in the free time he can just learn for his by just seeing YouTube videos, or just everything is in internet. That's it. So YouTube videos, it will be like few videos will be like 45 minutes, 1 hour and all. So I'll be like, should I need to watch this much big video? So if I see the full video, I'll be knowing, okay, this much knowledge is there in this video. Because people will think, every people's mindset will be like, who will watch 45 minutes video or 1 hour video? So we watch movies for 3 hours or 4 hours continuously.
Yes.
So I took this like, okay, we can challenge ourselves. We need to challenge ourselves. Then only we can be successful.
Very good, man. You know, to listen to a guy who went for his bachelor's and still in the 23, 24, this level of maturity, hats off to you. So
Thank
how your parents are looking at your transformation from a 17-year-old boy packing his bags, going to Slovakia for bachelor's, and now, you know, doing projects for Daimler at the age of 24. How are your parents looking at you now, right now? They must be really proud of you right now.
Definitely, they are like very proud of myself. Like they will be like, this will be your like young, at the age of youngest, as you said itself. Even my parents used to say, you are just 24, 23 itself. I started like in Daimler and all. So they were like, it's very hard to get this opportunity. Utilize the opportunity.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
you don't have any drawback of skills and something. You have your own corporation. You can do whatever you think. What one thing I'll tell is, who are seeing the videos also, how my parents supports, even every child's parent supports, it will be good for this to like children's.
100%, brother. Very rightly said. Even though you are young, you know, but still at UG level, many students are interested. Parents are not interested.
Yeah.
At PG level, parents are so interested to send them. Students are like, sir, I will do anything other than studying. Studying, I hate. Because after this memory-based education and 44 pages examination, record note, observation, blue pen, red pen, ball pen, and memory-based systems, and you know, they get tired. Not everybody. I still send hundreds and hundreds of students, but it's only, you know, a very smaller percentage because they lose interest in studies. So the best thing would be like going abroad at UG level itself, or if not, yeah, if not, at least at PG level. This is what we used to say. So even though you're currently working and you'll be busy Monday to Friday, you also take little efforts to, you know, develop skills beyond your work task. Do you actually do that?
Yes, sir. Still, I'm like continuing my like how to gain my skills, because I wanted to be always like how I needed to be more proud of myself in which ways. Okay. Like in my free times, I'll be like connecting with people. I wanted to meet you, organize a meeting, some things. So I'll be like connecting with many peoples and all.
Wonderful. So as I always tell to others, you know, learning is a constant process. There is no stoppage to learning. Wonderful. And you have covered how you studied, you know, how a bachelor parent sending their child abroad for bachelor studies, how they should be mentally prepared, what the student should do, what the student should not do, right from a smaller aspect of part-time job to constant learning. So any last few words that you would like to tell to our audience before we sum up this beautiful interview of a successful bachelor student? Adeeb.
Like I want to tell the future students who are coming here, first, don't be afraid, because at the age of 17, like 18, like who are studying and at the age of 12th standard, for the bachelor students, they'll be like thinking like, if I go there, will I able to live the life? I'll be like telling, challenge yourself in India that you will be living and you will make your parents proud.
Very good, very good.
And if it is for the PG students who wants to come, I'll be like telling them, what you learned in engineering for the bachelor's, that life you won't get it in PG for Europe, in EU. So your like studies totally will be like totally like different for the PG students. What you did it in bachelor's and what we are doing in masters. And for bachelors, I'll be like, don't be afraid. Live the life and challenge yourself, because it's the young age for bachelors to come here and challenge yourself at the age of 17 and build your career and start at 21 years.
Amazing, man. The same I used to say, nothing like packing the bag, whether it's boy or a girl. For me, it's just the same. Nothing
Yes,
like packing the bags at the age of 17, 18, exploring the world, as well as being a best in your subject. Nothing like it. It only prepares you. See, these level of small discomforts are required for a better, comfortable future in the upcoming years. So finally, for us to be a part of your successful journey and to understand what you are currently doing, and for us to play a small role in telling you and enlightening you about studies in Europe, what it takes to study in Europe, and of course about Technical University of Košice, we are really proud to be a small part in your successful journey, Adeeb. Really, thanks for trusting us, because you trusted us and you wanted to process your applications through us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you.
Best wishes to you and best regards to your parents, and all the very best to you for a bright future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best.
Okay, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, sir.